You are listening to Accents, a radio show for literature, art, and culture. I'm your host, Katerina Stoikova, and my guests today are students from the Learning Center with their teacher, Eric Little. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Uh, Eric Little is in his 5th year teaching high school English and his 2nd year at the Learning Center. He was born and raised in Lexington and loves playing music and reading good books. Besides Eric, we have Kayla, Samantha, Talia, Justin, Travisha, Chelsea, and Brandy. And I've known Eric a while, but became familiar with his students through their poetry. And I was wondering, Eric, if you would say a few words about that contest.
Sure. So we had a contest that was based on George Ella Lyon's poem, Where I'm From. It's a heartfelt bio poem that students can use to talk about themselves and where they grew up and where they're from. You were kind enough to judge the contest. We submitted 8 names to you, 7 of whom are here today. The 3 winners, would you like me to announce the winners or would you like to announce?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so Brandy Aguilar was our #1 winner. Zach Hopper, who unfortunately couldn't make it today, but I'll read his poem for him. And then Travisha Bush was 3rd place. And the others did such a great job that you were kind enough to invite us all here. And we are more than glad to be here with you.
Okay. It was an honor to participate in this project, and I was so deeply moved by the poems. It was difficult to choose which one to win the contest, and I feel that ultimately everyone who writes wins. Every time we write, we understand ourselves and others a little better, and every time we write, we put our lives in a little better order. I found that out when I was 8 years old, so I've been writing ever since. And many people who understand this gift that writing gives us end up writing a lot throughout their lives. And I was so impressed with the poems, all poems, that I wanted the listeners of Accents to hear them. And here we are. And I've asked Eric to call on the students to read their poems.
Absolutely. First, we're going to have Mr. Justin Gill read his. Justin, whenever you're ready.
Okay, give me a second. All right. All right, I'm gonna start now. I from the green box outside, from plastic spoons and forks. I am from red carpets, ugly walls, deep stairs, and wooden tables. I am from black cedar. I am from wild Christmas and big foreheads. I am from Monica and Jules. I am from arguing and fighting. From do you have McDonald's money and drink your spit. I am from North Carolina, baked macaroni and barbecue in the door and kept closing the door. From the pictures on the family wall that we have no copies of, so if we lose them, they're gone forever. And that's the end.
Did we lose Justin for a little bit?
Yes.
Or was that...
Justin, would you kindly read the poem again? Would love to hear it from beginning to end. I'm sorry about that.
I think we lost him. I think he got kicked out.
Okay, well, when he comes back, we'll be happy to have him read again. There
he is. Hey, Justin, sorry about that. Will you try again?
You want me to read it again? It glitched me out.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, I'm about to start now. I am from the green box outside, from plastic spoons and forks. I am from red carpets, ugly walls, deep stairs, and wooden tables. I am from Black Cedar. I am from Wild Christmas and Big Foreheads. I am from Monica and Jules. I am from arguing and fighting. From do you have McDonald's money and drink your spit? I'm from long church naps and funny church songs. I'm from North Carolina, baked macaroni and barbecue chicken. I'm from the time my sister smashed my finger in the door and kept closing the door. From the pictures on the family wall that we have no copies of, so if we lose them, they're gone forever. And that's the end.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you. Wonderful.
You're welcome.
All right, I would love for Samantha to read.
May I say something first before I read?
Of course.
Absolutely.
I took out a part of it because it was about Thomas Jefferson, so there is a part missing from the poem.
Okay.
I'm from trees, from wine corks and chewing gum. I'm from the wisteria like vines growing into an arch, amethyst, faint, sweet smelling like gardenia and lavender on an evening in autumn. I'm from red maple whose limbs hold up the universe. I'm from opening up presents from under the Christmas tree and curiosity, from eating dinner together on Thanksgiving and happiness, from honey ham and chicken stuffing, from the man born so long ago who worked in the mines but always came home to his family, the woman who baked lovely pies at a restaurant, on a little wooden table sitting, reflecting photos of siblings, family long past, a married couple and their children, happily smiling, a newborn baby that was long awaited, all important memories long forgotten, kept alive in photos that will soon house many memories soon, that keep our family history alive.
Beautiful. Thank you, Samantha.
You're welcome.
Okay, now we have Kayla Carr.
I am from Soft Covers, from Crayola and Nike. I am from a stone house that sits in the corner of the street, warm and cozy. It smelled like vanilla. I am from rose bushes that sat in our front yard, white and beautiful. I am from family gatherings at my house, dark brown hair from Angela and Gary. I am from the quiet family and from pain. From do good in school and actions speak louder than words. I am from sometimes going to church and sometimes not, even though we live beside one. I am from Lexington, Kentucky, beans and cornbread, from the time we baked cookies with our mom during the Christmas holiday, the craziness of my grandma, from the pictures on my wall above my desk, from sticking together no matter what.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kayla.
I would like to now read from Zach Hopper's piece. He unfortunately was not able to make it today, but he asked if I would read it for him. So with your permission, I'm going to read his work.
Yes. Thank you.
And forgive me, I have to get to it. While I'm doing that, I'm sorry. Why don't we go ahead and have Talia, would you read for us, please?
Sure. Okay, do I start now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm from the Jason and Eastep, from tilting the shush and changing my outfits. I'm from going to church every Sunday, Lexington, Kentucky Hospital, Versailles, Kentucky, from the KFC, grape Kool-Aid, and chicken sandwich. The girl was angry and the guy was mopey, and they both had a child. The guy that was mopey turned proud, but he had a business job, so he went away, left us, and started a new family of his own. To be honest with you, I really don't know a lot about him, aka my dad. I only know he got my mom pregnant with me, left us, and that's it. I at least know his name though. In our family album, it holds important memories of the past and who we were.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now I would like to read from Zach's work. Where I'm From by Zach Hopper. I'm from the dark cave under my bed, from a week-old banana and an old shoe. I'm from Kentucky, a place where there are mall shootings, houses burning. You can just smell the despair. I'm from the dead roses, the decay from what they used to be. I'm from the heartbreak and crying people, from the mother and father. I'm from the yelling and pain, from "Are you okay?" to "I told you not to do that." I'm from the days of going back and forth between parents, being sad from the split, crying from the lack of attention.
Thank
Now I would love to hear from Chelsea, please. Chelsea Fain.
All right, I'm ready. I am from lip gloss and hair bows, from mascara and acrylic nails. I am from the backyard of my house, windy, warm, it smelled like cut grass. I'm from roses and strawberries picked fresh from the farm, then shipped to the store. I'm from Christmas and brown hair, from Brian and Rebecca. From diabetes and creative minds, from do your best and I love yous. I'm from crosses and prayers and Sunday morning pews. I'm from St. Joe in Germany, from chicken dumplings and fast food, from the grounds of the Vietnam War to the grounds of the hospital where my papa rests in peace. My granny's walls decorated with family pictures, mama and daddy as a young couple, presents given to us on Christmas and holidays, hopefully carried down to my children in the future.
Great job. Now we're going to
Thank you.
have Brandy Aguilar, please.
I am from a very homely trailer, from warm and welcoming. I am from the near side of the window, quiet, warm, smell of vanilla scented candle. I am from lavenders and reniforms, garden from my front yard, slowly dying from lack of water. I am from egoistical and ambition, from Boydie and Annabelle. I am from overthinking and wise, from you believed in fantasies and make Papa proud. I am from sensitivity, unable to take sensitive matters seriously. I am from Lexington, Kentucky via Mexico, tamales and pozole, from the thought of what I will someday become, becoming of my talent by holding a pencil with my left hand, art. We're almost always too busy to sit back and reminisce. Who knows where those small Polaroid pictures even went? Must be nice keeping still moments in the picture frame. Whatever pictures were left behind are hanging on my wall, in my room. My mother and father sitting still clueless to what the future holds, a childhood friend wrapping their small precious arm around my neck, happy. We all look happy.
Thank
Great,
you.
Brandy. Okay, now we have Miss Trevisha Bush.
Okay. I was born May 20th, 2005. By the age of 1, I was supposed to die. I messed up.
It's okay.
Can I restart? Okay.
Yes.
I was born May 20th, 2005. By the age of 1, I was supposed to die. So my mom didn't take the news well. The doctors told her instead of planning my first birthday, she should be saying her last farewells. She prayed and hoped to get one more year with me. And she did. At the time, I was the only kid. I had other siblings, but none I was living with. Me and my mom went through the struggle together. We started at the Salvation Army, and we were there for at least half a year. We had nowhere to go, no place to call home. It was so bad that we didn't eat for 3 days. My mom cried every day. I would hold her tight and say, "Don't cry, Mommy," and I would wipe her tears away. A few months later, my mom had another child, my little brother. That's another person who went through the struggle. He was born into the Salvation Army. Lack of cleanliness became hazardous to his environment. We couldn't stay there any longer. My mom prayed and prayed many of times. She got a phone call, then her face filled with pride. We pulled up to an apartment and went inside and knew it was the place that God had in mind.
Lovely.
These are great kids, right?
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much for reading. Now I have some questions for the students, whoever wants to answer completely voluntarily. So what is easy and what is difficult about writing?
For me, the easiest part is to continue it on, but the hardest part is to actually start it.
It's for many poets, it's like that. For many writers, just to actually to push through the block of, okay, I don't know if what I'm going to write is going to be good, it's going to be worthwhile. And once you start, you understand that actually it's not that difficult to write. And actually it's fun. Actually, I can do it because I like to say what I really want to say. So very well, very good, Samantha. Thank you. Anyone else?
I feel as if it's hard to It's hard to put the poem in words for me, but it's easier to put it like on paper, to write it.
Very good. Thank you. Very interesting. What is easy, what is difficult?
For me, the easy part is starting it, but the hard part is like finding things to rhyme with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could tell you just a little bit about where this project came from. So my group is the sustainability cohort. We are a group of 10th and 11th graders over at the Learning Center. We have a full cohort of people that are trying to do the same thing and trying to get the same project done. So while the science and the math teachers were talking about genetics, the English and social studies class was talking about identities. So that's where we started to talk about, we got our foot in the door with Thomas Jefferson and Sally Heming back in the 1800s. And we talked about their identities there and the identities of their children. Then we joined in with our identities and who we are as young people. I'm going to call myself a young person because
you are.
Because we're very young. Us kids are very young. So we started to talk about ourselves and how we fit into our culture and our society. And what I found was really surprising to me is that we have a lot of variety in students. We have a lot of variety in experiences. They express themselves in very different ways, and each of them writes beautifully.
That's right. Thank you. And I want to ask the students, whoever wants to share, what other ways do you find to be creative, and do you plan to continue writing? If anybody wants to share, go ahead.
Drawing is another way I can find to be creative.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll probably continue writing, but I don't know exactly what I would write about.
You need prompts.
Yeah, I really do.
Okay, thank you, Samantha.
Music is another way to be creative and to use wordplay, rapping and rhyming.
Yeah, true. So drawing, music, movement, maybe?
I could see how dancing would contribute.
Yeah. And I have one last question, and that is for Mr. Little. You have a 4-year-old son. Have you started teaching him about poetry? What do you read to him?
Well, we have the classics, Dr. Seuss. He loves Dr. Seuss. He likes music a lot. We don't do a ton of poetry. We write stories together. We talk about what happened at school today and what happens if he's a ninja, if he was invisible. We talk about a lot of what ifs. He's 4 years old and he's very adventurous, and he likes to get dirty and hurt, and he likes to wrestle around, but he also likes to pretend that he is a transformer, or he pretends he is, we do a lot of pretend play. That's where we get our creativity right now.
Sounds like a lot of imagination is being encouraged at home. That's wonderful.
I didn't have this many gray hairs until I had him.
Thank you so much, Mr. Little. Thank you, Kayla, Samantha, Talia, Travisha, Chelsea, Brandy, and Justin. Thank you for your poems. Thank you for your creativity. Thank you for sharing them. For the listeners of Accents, good luck with your writing.
Thank you so much for having us.